Good Sunday evening. I'm Lisa Desjardins. John Yang is away. President Biden is looking for a comeback on the campaign trail as more Democrats voice doubts that he should stay in the race for the presidency. PBS News has learned that at least 4 top Democrats in Congress, ranking committee members in the House, told their leadership today that Biden should step aside from the 2024 race. That was first reported by Punchbowl News. Earlier, a member of the Democratic National Committee, a convention delegate, became another one to call on Biden to end his campaign. The president himself was in Pennsylvania, including stops at a church and a campaign office to rally his base. But even staunch supporters of the president say he needs to do more to convince voters.
I think that he's got to go out there this week and show the American public that he is still that Joe Biden, that they have come to know and love. I take him at his word. I believe that he can do it. But I think that this is a really critical week. I do think the clock is ticking.
Congress is back in session starting tomorrow. 5 Democrats in the House of Representatives have already publicly called for President Biden to step aside from the presidential ticket. In Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is still a no to a potential ceasefire deal in Gaza, saying today that he wants leeway to keep fighting until Israel decides its goals are met. That, in contrast with protester calls earlier today, hundreds of people marked 9 months since the October 7th attacks with marches and by blocking highways in Tel Aviv. They called for Netanyahu to agree to a ceasefire deal or resign. Hamas says it's waiting for Netanyahu to officially respond to its latest position after it reportedly dropped a major demand yesterday and is on board with key parts of a U.S.-backed ceasefire. The Prime Minister of France, appointed by President Emmanuel Macron a few months ago, says he will resign following the country's second round of elections. Polls are now closed and ballot counting is underway as a left-wing coalition appears to have held off the far right in Sunday's elections. Early exit polls show leftist candidates may win the most seats, but the lack of a majority party may cause deadlock in Parliament. Turnout for this round of elections is estimated to be the highest in more than 40 years. Some voters say what they want most is unity.
We are here, and it is important to send a message to France of unity. France is an indivisible republic. We are all French, so this is the important message in this election.
Ballot counting is expected to continue late into the night, with final results expected as early as tomorrow. And a NASA crew is sharing their experience of being on an outer space mission for a year without ever leaving Earth. The 4-person crew exited their simulated Mars mission late Saturday after 378 days locked in a 3D printed space in Houston. They lived, worked, and conducted experiments as if they were living on the red planet. The next crew begins their year-long mission in 2025. Still to come on PBS News Weekend, concerns about how Amazon is handling some patient calls at its primary care company, and why preserving history is getting tougher for some island nations.
This is PBS News Weekend from WETA Studios in Washington, home of the PBS NewsHour, weeknights on PBS.